Welcome to week 25 of the Street Parking Vault. And this week we are tackling TIANLONG. Now, for starters, I want to say congratulations for making it this far. Now let's close it out with the bang. Your Program B version of today's workout is a 25-minute AMRAP of 100-meter heavy carry, followed by 10 barbell Atlas lunge. 100-meter heavy carry, 15 barbell power clean and jerk. Your score for this workout will be your total rounds and any additional reps completed. And a good goal to shoot for is somewhere in between 3 to 5 rounds. Welcome to week 25 of the Street Parking Vault. And this week we are tackling TIANLONG. Now your shift version of today's workout is a 16-minute AMRAP of 30-second farmer carry, followed by 6 unweighted lungers. 30-second farmer carry, followed by 8 dumbbell hang power clean and press. Your score for this workout will be your total rounds and any additional reps, and a good goal to shoot for is somewhere in between 5 to 8 rounds. We are many years into the Street Parking Vault, and this year, this workout will close out the first round of the 2025 Street Parking Vault. So well done if you guys have tackled this, because there's been some heavy hitters this one. So we got to finish this before. So this is your cue. All of you guys are graduating.
Yay,
so
it's graduation day.
Graduation day for the Street Parking Vault. So here we are. Miranda's gonna be doing the dumbbell version. I'll be doing the barbell version. And
week number 25.
Week number 25. TIANLONG. Okay. So for my odd object carry, for my heavy carry, I'll be taking a Husafel bag. Miranda will be doing dumbbells.
The whole way. All the way through.
Okay. We're in it. We're in for the marathon now. 25 minutes.
You can do shoulder too.
All right, we're here. No, not today. We didn't get it. All right. Wow. Cool. Good morning, Julie. Good morning. Who else is watching on here right now?
Yeah.
We got hit with. We did this one of the hotter Vancouver days. Actually, I think it was in the 90s.
It was really hot.
It was really hot.
It was really hot this day, and we had like delayed it several other times because it was raining. And we were like, well, you know, this is going to be played in the middle / end of June. Like, we should film it when it looks more like summer, so that it feels, you know. And now this was what, like 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so it was really hot here.
Okay.
That day, I remember I was like, wow. You decided that we were going to do the carry on this hill out here. I thought we were just going to do it back and forth in the driveway a few times.
Right.
Slow and steady. When's the race?
Did the hill add the extra element of grit?
So the hill, for me, when it shows me carrying the dumbbells, when I was going downhill, they would shift forward a lot. And then when I was going uphill, so I had to like play with how I was holding the dumbbells during the different portions of the hill.
Nice. So it really tackled into like some real fitness.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would tackle real fitness even if we were on a flat surface, because I'd still be carrying 6 pounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was at this point right here where I realized it was the dumbbells themselves.
It was a bad idea, huh?
Because I was processing, I have to hold these the entire 25 minutes.
Oof. Yeah, that's not
like
fun.
there was no break for my grip.
Julie had made a comment. I'm thinking about a combo: barbell for the Atlas lunge, sandbag for the clean and jerk, and heavy sandbag for the carry.
I mean, if you have all that stuff, that's super fun.
Yeah, absolutely, Julie. This is one of those where doing fitness freedom and incorporating a bunch of the different elements is going to be great. Like you just heard Miranda say, if you're just doing the dumbbell version, good luck.
Now I will say, okay, so and I mentioned this in the tip, but I did not rest the dumbbells on my shoulders and like loosen my grip during the Atlas lunges because I felt like I was moderately cheating during the carry when I put them on my shoulders like that. And I didn't want to have that be I didn't want to be double dipping the just putting the dumbbells on my body.
Right.
Since it was supposed to be a front rack carry for the carry. So I didn't rest them on me during the Atlas lunges.
You know, we were talking about before we got started. I did bring out the Husafel bag for my odd object carry. If you have one of those, that's a really fun one to use. But you know, I start talking. This is about an 85-pound Husafel bag. I didn't want to go with the hundo. I think we have like a 115 or something like that. And I'm glad I did not do that because this workout already was very challenging with the, the things that I chose, and I was able to keep moving and not really stall at any place. Is that our service? Yeah, there we go. And
I was waiting to pick them up, I think.
oh,
Because
and
I
then,
was holding them in my hands so much.
and then what else? What else? It was. I know I had thought about going 115, but 95 pounds just felt appropriate, so I could continue to move and go unbroken on the Atlas lunges, and for the clean and jerks too. Always be able to do bigger sets if needed. My husband is a little too heavy to carry, so dumbbells all the way for me today.
You should have carried me.
Nice, Trisha. Nice.
I will say, Julie, and I only say this to you because I feel like I somewhat know you, or at least know that you love to challenge yourself. Don't, because you said, I don't want to burn out my grip with a single implement, because this is the last workout of the vault and it's meant to be very much a grind. If you're choosing the barbell for the Atlas lunge, sandbag for the clean and jerk, and heavy sandbag for the carry, because that's what sounds most fun for each movement, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're feeling up to it, I would challenge yourself to choose maybe objects that you don't want to use, at least for one of the movements. Because we could all do that.
We could all do that.
Yeah, like I could have still chosen to carry something else.
Right. Yeah, you could have.
But I wanted to show what the crew with only a pair of dumbbells is going to have.
Absolutely. So even with this, you can see, and I said this in the tip, I was definitely going to muscle clean. I was kind of doing a little bit of a dip under and stuff like that. Over the course of the workout, though, just to save my lower back, I was definitely going a muscle clean into a press. So when you guys choose a way for the clean and jerk, keep the weight light enough that you know that you can do that if you need to, if your lower back starts to get tight for some reason. Okay.
Yeah, I got really sore in my glutes from this one, and my hamstring from this one, and my lower back.
Yeah, this one did a number on you.
I think there was some weird spots in my hip flexors too, maybe from doing the hill with the carry.
Totally. So hey, just a reminder, guys. After this, we do have the week preview, but this is the 25th vault. After this, for round 2, we will be going into the Facebook page to do this, and there's going to be a little bit of a new format going on for the vault. Okay, we did a little bit of a teaser, not really a teaser. We dropped a promo trailer for vault round 2, which is always super fun.
Yeah. So a couple of things for vault round 2. I think a lot of us get excited for the team versions, which I know I definitely do. And the team versions this year, we've already gone through the first 10 of them and done them, and they're really fun. But round 2 is not just about the team versions. It's an opportunity for you to retest any of the workouts or all of the workouts that you want to retest to see how you've improved in your fitness. Or if there was one where you were like, I think I could have gone faster, or I was sick that week, and so I just kind of mailed it in. You can retest any of them along the way. There is a 50 for 50 badge.
There's a 50 for 50 badge.
So if you've done all 25 and you do all 25 again, and the team workouts do count toward that.
Oh. Probably gonna start breaking up the hoops about here. It's a lot of hinging. Oh, never mind. She's coming. Never mind.
Yeah. I was like, shoot, it is.
I didn't break any of the carries.
No? I definitely did.
But I broke a lot of the other stuff.
I
had to switch my hands.
How are your shoulders after that? How are your traps? Yeah, for sure. Now we're getting really cinematic by going to your feet.
Yeah. It's 25 minutes.
Oh, no, this is where you passed me. I was like, no.
No, I didn't pass.
No, that's right. I was scared.
But my grip started really adding up. So where you got a lot ahead of me is eventually here in probably the next 5 to 8 minutes or so. I just had to break up the other stuff where you could do singles or whatever. I don't know if you ever did singles, but you could drop it.
Right. By the way, I forgot to say what's up to Luis. Luis is in the house doing a little hand wave out there. Good morning, Luis. And Tiffany. Good morning, Tiffany, as well.
Okay, so what I was saying is for round 2, there's a 50 for 50 badge, and the team workouts do count toward that. So if you're doing team versions.
They do count that. Right?
Yeah, or, it's also an opportunity to make up any that you missed. So if you were sick, or if you forgot to log one, or whatever happened and you missed a couple of them toward your 5 badge, then make them up during round 2. And that's whether you do A, B, C shift or the team version. So lots of opportunities in round 2. Originally, round 2 was to retest all of them.
Right.
That was the original idea. And we encourage you guys to do that on at least a few.
So I have the men's group going on today. I'm like tempted to give him this workout.
How do you feel about the lunging?
The lunges and the L kind of like an.
It's technical.
It is. The technical. I mean, what would I do with lunge squat?
I'm just saying, like in general, people that aren't regular fitnessers, like a weighted lunge. Sometimes
it's a lot, yeah.
We don't know what to do.
Or we don't know what to do. Yeah.
You sound a little muffled. You sound muffled, Emma?
Emma, let me know.
Comment, Emma, we'll read it.
Hold on.
I was thinking about doing something different for the second badge.
Oh, okay. It's going to try to talk a little bit louder if you can. All right, we'll try to talk a little bit louder. We're going to bring this closer.
Really?
All right, how's that? Is the audio better?
It's probably just because I'm so far away from the...
There we go. Cool. There we go, right there. All right, Julie, so you said mostly Miranda. All right. I was thinking about doing something different. The second round, I like Brittany. I may do it for the badge. Okay. Are you gonna get your badge for this one?
No, because there was several that I forgot that I'm always really bad at logging them if we pre-recorded it.
Oh yeah, that kind of throws it off. Huh?
Yeah, it throws it off because we can't log it right away, and then I'll forget to log it. So I think there's like 4 that I didn't log.
My goal for this summer is to even out my farmer's tan.
I know we both look very pasty in this.
It was from the PAL event where I decided to wear a tank top, and it just completely gave me that.
Well, even if you didn't wear a tank top, it would just be a different tan line in a different place.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm okay with that though. Like, yeah, it just looks aggressive. Anyway, all right. So, are you going to be excited for round 2?
Absolutely. There's nothing that I love more than other people.
Oh, he walked the whole thing.
Yeah, he did. Banner's been doing this. Our 5-year-old's been doing this thing where he'll get on one of the runners and walk the entire time we're working out. The other day when I was doing an endurance workout, he walked a full mile during the like 30 minutes that I was on the runner. He just walked.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for the people who take on the team versions of the workouts because I get really proud of myself for the programming of the team version.
So do I.
I get super into
They're
it.
really good, and I know a lot of people end up actually doing like a Zoom call or a FaceTime call or something, and tackle round 2 over like that way.
Mm-hmm. But maybe, just maybe, they'll meet some friends that in real life meet up that live close enough to them that they could get together every once in a while in person.
I've been seeing a lot of meetups being posted already.
I mean, I think there's like 80 or something like that that are registered.
Like,
so make sure you guys check out that info. There should be a page for it on like numbers, right?
right.
And then in the Facebook group, and they'll be posted about the week of every time. So we're doing one this weekend.
Oh, that's right. And on Saturday, huh?
Mm-hmm. If you guys live in or near Salt Lake City, we're going to the Salt Lake City meetup because we're going there to visit my family.
Bonisha. Okay, did this this morning with my bestie. I used the 30-pound sandbag for the Atlas lunges and power clean and jerks, and 25-pound dumbbells for the carries. That's good. That's good.
You know what? I will go ahead and say too, as I was doing this and I was moving stuff over, what weight were you using for the dumbbell, for the barbell?
95.
There was a point where I thought, you know what? I don't think the extra reps for the dumbbells was necessary because of the grip factor.
Right.
like even on the Atlas lunge, like you were resting it on your back, and then on the clean and jerks, like it was much easier for you to break because the dumbbell version is higher reps. And I think I would have been able to keep up with you had we been doing the same number of reps, because it was like 2 more Atlas lunges and like 4 more clean and jerks every time or something like that.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, we would have definitely been. Look at that. I had to like really just push it up with my quad. I was like, this is horrible. Wow. That little last bit, there's like a little section there as you saw me kind of walking up.
It's really steep.
It's a little slap in the face uphill. And it makes things really uncomfortable. Right there. Ugh.
Yeah, and then I remember I was like, it's not fair because I'm walking further with my dumbbells. You're like, what are you talking about? Because I was taking them all the way back to my mat, and you offered me to put a second pair of dumbbells by the door, and I was like, no, because I wanted to do it exactly how the people will have to do it.
That's right. Not with like luxury version.
Yeah. Pair of dumbbells on the mat.
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, this one. Yeah, I'm wondering if I'm going to do this one again today.
You programmed this workout, kind of.
You changed it up a little bit because originally it was going to be like
3 different versions of this workout.
Right. Yeah, and then you ended up landing it on the 25-minute AMRAP, which is way more appropriate.
Well, there was an original version that even had different movements in it, somewhat, I think. And then we changed it a little bit because of the workout the week before or something like that. And then, yeah, Molly tested the version that we had before this, and I think it was a 200-meter carry every time.
Yeah, it was.
And then it was big sets of Atlas lunges and clean and jerks, like a big set. It was like 200-meter carry, a big set, a 200-meter carry, a big set of clean and jerks, a 200-meter like that. And Molly, who's like the carry champion and clean and jerk champion, it took her like 23 minutes or something like that.
Right.
And so we said, why don't we just make it a 25-minute AMRAP and break it up a little bit? And we ended up, when I sent Molly our score from this, we ended up doing the same amount of work as she did.
Right.
But it's just worked better.
This worked a lot better.
Because it was broken up more. Because you don't want people to be just standing around for 30 minutes, you know, because they're like so wrecked. So this one allowed you to pretty much keep moving the whole time.
Ugh. Yeah, I wonder. Like, I'm going to ask Salvi and DH because Salvi and DH have to do it. Like,
Caitlin has to do it too.
Caitlin has to do it. And then Bennett.
Oh my word!
He'll be all right. He's going to be
Give him
good.
a sandbag.
Yeah, I'll give him a
For
sandbag.
the whole thing.
I'll give him dumbbells and sandbag. I think dumbbells and sandbag. I think it'll be good.
Okay.
I believe in him. I believe in him. Oh man! How about any of you guys watching right now? Do you have any meetups scheduled for the summer? Curious. Julie, what's going on? What's the update with your meetup?
No, you put it down.
I did.
You didn't see me.
I didn't see. I was like, I'm good. I'm good.
So I was the only reason that you would not break it.
Correct.
So you were kind of like getting the benefits of a team workout. I have a question. Do you get more motivated by beating someone or by being a teammate with someone? This is a great question as we head into round 2. Will you work harder to beat someone or to be someone's teammate? Not in life, just in
Will I work harder to beat someone or to be someone's teammate?
in a workout setting.
Yeah, be someone's teammate.
Really?
Yeah, totally. Because sometimes
we'll see that in 2 weeks.
Well,
when we premiere team workout round 1.
That's hard. That's hard because like if Salvi oftentimes is beating me and I'm like, I don't get motivated to beat him because I'm like, I know I can beat him. I just don't beat him.
But then why aren't you beating him?
Because I just decided to like kind of take it, not go that level of intensity because life. But if he would have been a teammate with me, I'd be like, dang, I gotta stay in it. I gotta stay locked in. So I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't know.
I mean, I think what happens.
There's nuance. What do you call it?
Nuance. There's nuance to this. There's nuance to this. Don't you guys love that? Well, there's nuance. There's always nuance to everything. But like, I think what happens if you guys just a little like Easter egg teaser in round 2, week 1, we filmed. We were a team, but I think the only reason that you wrecked yourself so badly was because we were also trying to beat your friend. Like if we were just doing it as a team without another team.
Right.
So was it the team that was pushing you, or was it beating
It was
Dustin that
it
was
was the
beating you?
team, and it was a solid deadly combo. It was the team and that.
Okay, so if you really want to like, put yourself in the best position, do the team version with another team.
Oh my gosh, that'll wreck you. Gonna
Yeah.
try to do this most likely. We'll do heavy carry with pushing a stroller or holding my 9-month-old still
Aw.
alive. That's gonna be special. Hey, send us a vid. Send us a vid.
I've done lots of carry workouts with holding. There's like photos of me holding one of the boys and like doing an overhead carry
Oh,
in
yeah,
the other
totally.
hand when they were babies. That was definitely a thing.
We're here to tell you guys we are officially out of diaper season.
We are.
We're out of.
We graduated from diapers.
We've graduated from diapers. That is day diapers and night diapers as well. Night diapers as well.
There was a day last week where Crew
It was
forgot.
just like random.
He forgot all day, not just at night, all day long. Forgot that we didn't do diapers anymore. But yeah, we're doing no diapers. We're out of diaper season. So.
Yep.
Do you ever take a drink of water during a workout? I know a lot of people are like, I would never, like full David Goggins. It was hot that day.
It was hot that day. I mean, sometimes like if it's like an EMOM or if I have like over a minute rest, for sure.
Well, here's the thing. I was going to be standing there anyway because I needed to rest my grip. So like
Right.
my water was right there.
Oh, that's cool.
My salty coconut.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Oh,
That was
man.
me telling Banner we had 6 minutes left.
And
He was still walking.
Oh, man.
Oh, I went right from that one into it.
Ouch.
Here we go. Yeah, I had bruises on my shoulders after this, so just be ready for that. You were so happy at this point that I was so far behind you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, the outdoor rig. We are really looking forward to using the outdoor rig a little bit more. I gotta throw another wall ball target on there and call it a day. All right, here we go. Beck, what do we got here? Cheering all of you on for the next few months while I recover from shoulder surgery and celebrating phase 1 of body training complete. Yeah, that's all. There we go. Oh, we're in it. We're in the thick of it right now, huh, Beck? But remember, intentional movement is fitness. Even if you go out and hit that walk, even if you go hit those lunges, okay? Let's keep you moving, brother. I know I kind of told you this last time, but reach out to one of the coaches so that way if you need some help on how to customize some of the workouts or some of the movements that you can still do in the meantime. I think a sled is going to be a huge, a big friend of yours for this next season. If you can just walk with the sled. I know you used to do that even with your neck.
Yeah, well, that's what I was just gonna say. Beck, when I was in my car accident, my neck was messed up, but I also had a broken hand, so I was down one hand. But I did a lot of work for like, I don't know, 8 weeks or something like that with just one arm. I think people think that they're gonna like all of a sudden have like one jack like Hulk arm and the other arm
Right.
get skinny. It will get a little bit skinnier, but it's not the way that you think. So even if you, and I don't know what kind of shoulder surgery you had, and sometimes it's like, hey, I got to be careful even moving around very quickly. But even if you did like a bicep curl and press or something like that, when it's clean and jerks, just do it with one side, do it light. It's not going to like overwork your working arm or like make your working arm huge and your other arm tiny. It'll even out eventually as soon as you start using the other arm again. So don't feel like you can't do that stuff, or even like one-handed deadlifts. Carlene was doing a lot of stuff like that recently with her wrist.
Yeah, I mean, she was doing single arm barbell thrusters.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Please.
Carlene's hardcore, you know?
She's a different level.
She's.
But yeah, I did do a lot of sled stuff, sled pulls, sled pushes. If you can, put one arm into it, but the sled pulls, I did so much when I was injured.
Oh man. Y'all are cranking those reps out. I mean, what I said in the beginning is you got to keep the weight light enough.
So right here, I was like making a decision of if I thought I was going to be able to finish this whole round, or I can't remember. We have 3 minutes left. So whatever it was, I was like deciding what the next 3 minutes was going to be like.
Oh yeah, for sure. I did something where I think I set it down and I was not about it. So what we'll do after this, since we can kind of blitz a little bit through the week preview.
Okay.
Yeah, week preview. Yeah, Julie, do a meetup of 2. And you guys can go out and go grab some coffee together if you decide that the person's not crazy. Once you kind of gauge it and kind of break the ice off the fitness, you can be like, all right, hey, you want to go to the Bucks? Let's go get in our chocolate cold foam.
I feel like doing a workout together is way more intimate than getting a coffee with someone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
So vulnerable.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Totally.
I would have coffee with someone way before I'd invite him to come do a workout.
What time is it? Is Salvi there yet, Emma? No, he's not there yet. Okay.
Oh, you were so far ahead of me.
I think I'm down to do this one again. I really am. What would I do differently today if I do it again?
Do the dumbbells.
No. No. What if the Husafel? I want to make it even. I want to crush Salvi today.
115. Go heavier.
What if I went kettlebells?
Oh.
For the Atlas lunge, and then would I do clean and jerk from the ground or from the hang?
No, from the hang.
Yeah, I think I might do kettlebell version.
So here, yep, that's what was happening when it was showing me like resting before. I was like making the decision that I was going to finish this round. I wasn't like giving up like you were explaining. I was making the decision that I was going to do whatever I needed to do to finish this round.
Whoa, okay, all right, cool.
Because I think when I come in, I don't remember what the dumbbell numbers are, but it was like 15 fingers or something like that I had to do.
Yeah. Dang.
And so, watch this. Boom.
Oh, you went for it.
Yeah.
Dang. Look at that.
And now we're in the same spot on the same round.
Wow.
So all your timing the Husafel carries is not going to pay off.
So for the kettlebell, I'm just going to have to go front rack, huh? And just carry those bad boys.
You're going to carry them the whole time.
Ouch.
You're going to have to put them like how we did when we did that.
Oh, yeah.
On the hill.
Oh my gosh, I'm in so much pain watching this. I decided not to go. I think I'm not doing it.
Holding on.
Dang.
But technically, we tied.
Technically, we did. Technically, we tied.
Oh my gosh, I was messed up.
On the leaderboard, we tied.
He's off immediately. He's so hot.
These days does be a dime and a dozen. You ain't got enough, I got more in abundance. Old heads mad cause I am what it wasn't. I can never trip on the phone with no luggage. You was cussing on the name, now you call the kid cousin. I'm done with the fakes, I get enough love. Plus I be rushing for change, but I'm stuck in my ways. I'm corrupt in the way.
Boom. Wow. All right. Let me know. Are we good on audio? By the way, listen, super pumped for all of you guys completing the vault, first round of the vault for 2025. But let's talk about round 2 a little bit. Consistency. We have round 2 going on with team version, but the most important thing is what?
I don't know.
For round 2, like give me a little bit of what the goal of round 2 is.
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, there's 3 kind of goals for round 2. The biggest one is if you missed any in round 1, let's say maybe you joined street parking part of the way through, or you forgot to log a couple weeks, or you were sick or something like that, and you missed one, so you weren't able to get your badge. The main point of round 2 was twofold. 1, for you to be able to make up any that you missed, and 2, to be able to retest as many of them as you will, ideally all 25, because they're still going to be programmed on Mondays. So you can retest them. Now, a lot of times people are like, nope, that was one and done. I will never do that again. So they'll do a different version, or that's where the team versions come into play as well. So the team versions are really fun. They're all teams of 2. And it's just a team version of the classic workout. Now, they're not all identical and the same, because I do mess with them a little bit, but I really like the team version. So there's a couple different ways that you can tackle it, or you can mix and match that. You can say, like, these are the ones I know I want to retest. These are the ones that I really think would be fun to do as a team. These are the few that I definitely missed. So, but they will still be programmed on Mondays, and but you'll have the new additional team version to choose from.
That's awesome. And yeah, remember, guys, the most important thing about all this to keep in mind, whether you do individual or the team, the goal is consistency. And again, the scores don't matter. You just can't miss. Mm-hmm. That was the biggest thing of, throughout it all, because, for some of us, we might see improvements. For some of us, we might actually see a decline in our fitness, because it all depends on what you got going on in
What's
life.
Cool though, I like, is the element of the weather is flip-flopped.
Yes.
So like if you did, you know, workout number 1 and it was cold in your garage and you were bundled up and and this time it's like 100 degrees outside, there's a big difference. That's not a small thing.
No, it's not.
It's a very big difference mentally, physically, all of that. So it's a chance to feel it in a different environment a little bit. Or maybe, you know, in January you had just come off of like weeks off and now you've been consistent for 6 months. So you should see an improvement. And there's multiple ways to see improvement as well. So there's, I got a faster time or a better score, or you could say, hey, when I did this workout the first time around, I used 15-pound dumbbells. I want to try to do it with the 20s and see how close to my score I can get, or even beat my score with a heavier weight.
Right.
Or maybe when you did round 1, you only had a pair of dumbbells and now you have since, you know, gotten excited and bought a barbell, or maybe you have a bike now so you can do the different versions. So there's multiple ways to see improvement, not just, hey, I have to do the same version and do and recreate it. Now, I would say if you want to actually like very clearly test an improvement in your fitness, do the exact same version. But you can play around with what that looks like as well.
Right. Yeah, there's many ways to tackle it, and you know, look forward to seeing how it goes for you guys.
I know there was a couple like where it's like never again.
For sure. Oh yeah, absolutely.
But maybe those are the best ones to like make yourself do again. Which one can you think of for you that was like that? The thruster one just last week is like that for me. Maybe it's just because it was so recent where it was like, even when we were filming demos a couple of days later with thrusters in, I was like, too soon.
Right.
Too soon. The cluster toe to bar one.
That's horrible.
That I did with Molly.
Yeah.
That one was really rough.
Yeah.
And there was probably a couple other ones in there as well, but.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's get into the week preview.
Which week is a one that you are like, nope, can't do that again? You always end up doing them like a week later.
I know. I always do a week later. I don't know. I don't know if things have just become a blur.
They do become a blur.
There was one that was like a farmer carry Lunchster one. Which one was that one?
Oh, that was really bad. I don't know what week it is.
That one wrecked me. That one was so hard. Yeah. Anyway.
Or like, for example, we did the one that was like the 10 minutes of running, 7 minutes of running, 3 minutes of running, but that was before the endurance track.
Oh, right.
So you might want to like retest that one when it comes up to see if you've improved. Now it's going to be a little bit kind of like after the endurance track. And if you don't keep that up, then who knows? But yeah, I think retesting a lot of them, especially going into the first few weeks, if you've been consistent with the endurance track, I think people have this idea that the only improvements that they see from doing like a lot of running or rowing or biking is in running, rowing, and biking. But the biggest improvements, or I shouldn't say the biggest improvements, but you actually will see huge and should see huge improvements in your other workouts because of that improved conditioning. So don't think like, oh, well, this workout doesn't have running in it, so I shouldn't expect to see improvements because I've been doing the running workouts. That's not true. Just even your body's ability to like process energy and like breathe and everything will transfer over into the other workouts. So I'm interested to see how people do in especially some of the longer, like more
the great ones
after they've done all the endurance focused stuff.
That's going to be good. That's going to be good. All right, let's get right into it. Week preview. So we have Tuesday, which is a nice little, given what we just saw, 25 minutes of grit. Right, we're going to pull back and we're going to go into Tuesday's workout, which is, I'm looking at program B. I mean, whether it's program A or program B. Let's go to program B. We have barbell bench press, double unders, toes to bar, bench press, double unders, toes to bar, bench press. Goal of 8 to 12 minutes.
Yeah, so the toes to bar increase and then they decrease.
That's correct.
Not a lot of volume on either of the movements, on any of the movements.
You know, as I was looking at that, because I was looking at it, figuring out what I wanted to do for my fitness, but I feel like I'm just going to follow in line. I'll do the vault to get a little bit of intensity up there from that. And then for this, when I look at something like this, I'm going to treat this as a skill, like strength and skill session.
Totally.
So for me, given that it's 8 to 12 minutes, I'm going to throw it out. I'm going to throw that out the window. Actually, I'm going to focus on really good quality bench presses. I'm probably going to go a little bit heavier in my weight there. And for the double unders, hop overs, maybe I might bring out a heavy rope. And for the toes to bar, you know what's something that I really enjoy every now and then? Strict toes to bar. So I would actually go
barbell bench press, focus on going heavier for that. Really resting in between things, going into like a thick double under rope and then strict toes to bar. That's how I'm going to approach.
You could also do your like GHD sit-up addition because the volume's low. I know you guys are always like looking for places to add those in.
That's cool, but yes, but I'm okay with using that in like a high intensity workout and keeping the volume lower there. With this, like the strict toes to bar, that's something that
Cool.
I haven't done in a while and would be really cool to plug in.
Just gotta stretch those hammies, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys will feel this if you've already done the vault. You already feel this. Like it's your legs and everything are pretty wrecked, like hip flexors, hamstrings, quads. So this is going to be more of like, yeah, we're doing that upper body press with the bench. One change that I often make when I see double unders or dumbbell hopovers, it's not that I never do them, but because of the foot thing that I've had going on for like 9 months, and just having 3 babies, double unders are not my favorite thing. So if I don't feel like warming up and doing the whole rigmarole that's involved in doing double unders, I will throw in a bike. So for 35 dubs, I would probably do like, I don't know. This isn't a 1-to-1. I always just end up doing 11 cals, which is going to take longer than 35 double unders, but that's okay. So yeah, don't feel like you can't, add in a jog or a row or a bike if you're not feeling the jumping on any given day. There is a lot of benefit to jump training. So that's why we continue to program them in. But if it's just not your day to do that, that's something that I do quite often.
What's the extra challenge of this, Emma?
It is just heavier weight and the toe to bar number goes up.
There we go. Okay, cool. By the way, Julie, how's your handstand push-ups going? Just curious. Thank you for tagging me. I did see that video. Freaking awesome, Julie. All right, hit us with Wednesday.
And now you're gonna see why you need to slow down on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I saw this and wow, threshold builder.
Yeah. So okay, there was a video because last week you were like, wait, is very hard supposed to be like a sprint? And I said, well, not really, but it's supposed to be pretty hard.
It's supposed to be hard.
There was a video that went up on IG today that talked about what the different paces mean, because we've seen people saying they're still unclear about what the paces mean.
Sure.
Very hard is not sustainable. Because you seemed like you didn't understand that was supposed to be as hard as it was.
So it's not sustainable.
Sprint is all out. Like absolutely, that's as far as you're going to be able to go. Like the max effort, but the very hard is like not sustainable. Hard is borderline not sustainable. Very hard this is not sustainable.
But for how long?
For that distance.
Oh, for that distance. I see.
Depending on the distance is how. Yeah.
So are you saying
not sustainable for 1 mile is different than not sustainable for 200 meters?
So for example, like my very hard last week when I did the endurance focus and I was going very hard, I don't know if I would be able, if it was to push another 100 or 200 meters, I wouldn't be able to hold it.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't be able to hold it.
Yeah.
So I had to really push out of my comfort zone to hold the 200 meter.
Yeah. So what we're looking at on this one, that hard 800 is borderline not sustainable. Like I probably could keep this going for longer than 800 meters, but it's not comfortable. Very hard is like, no, like past 400 meters, this is going to, like the wheels are going to start to fall off. And then max effort is max effort. You're sprinting through the finish basically. So it should get progressively, but I think that's one clarification to make. It is distance dependent. So a very hard 5K is a different pace than a very hard 400-meter run.
Totally.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, one of the things when I'm actually going on my very hard or even max effort, I actually have to really focus on tightening everything. Is that weird?
No,
so
but keep your shoulders relaxed.
Yeah, this is relaxed, but like my midline, I have to really focus on. If not, then you know how you get people looking all sloppy when they're running.
Oh, they look crazy.
They look crazy. It's like, no, I actually have to really brace midline and.
Well, because you have like a very elbows out, like
full lean like a cholo, you know?
Yeah. You're just like always, it's because your lats, like you can't like keep it tight.
I'm like one of those like squirrels. What do you call those little flying squirrels?
Yeah. They just
like, whew, you know,
I guess so.
Flying around.
But yeah, whenever I do like a lot of sprinting, if it's like short distance sprinting, so you're actually running.
So that's
fast,
why my obliques are sore.
Your obliques.
Yeah, totally. That's why I gotta brace. Gotta brace.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, tone it down on Tuesday, because Wednesday, if you're following and you guys are enjoying this endurance focus, because that's something that we are aware and we're looking into. You know, some people like it, some people don't. But if you're following this, you know, the way the workouts are laid out. There's a reason for
You know
that.
what I'll say about the endurance focus and the people that don't like it? I have had many conversations with people that are like, I'm just not doing it. When I ask all of them why they're not doing it, it's because they're not good at it, which is the entire point of why we're doing it. Like I haven't talked to anyone that said I'm not doing it because I did it for so many years and I'm already really good at that and I don't really need that. Nobody that I've talked to that is like cherry picking it has said it's because I don't really need to work on that. Everybody that I've talked to that says they're cherry picking it says that they don't like it because they're not good at it and it's uncomfortable. So it's a very interesting thing because for years people have said, you know, I want to train my weaknesses. I want a training program. And so we're like, here you go. Here's how to train your weaknesses. And they're like, but I'm not good at it. So I'm not going to do it. It's very interesting how the mind works.
The mind. I agree. I mean, it's something we always talk about and we always, you know, internally just are like, it makes no sense. All right. Next day, please. So we're going to tone it down now because Wednesday was hard. And Thursday, hoping that you guys are resting, to be honest. Somebody's taking rest day. But if not, you're like, I want to keep going. Part 1, 3 rounds of 10 reps of this shoulder complex. So we're going shoulder complex now. Single arm press and 1 dumbbell shoulder press.
So you're going like 1, 2, and then both.
Cool. Yeah, interesting. I was just thinking about putting together a bro session. That's series.
Very bro session.
And I was just like, oh, I did a workout that was this at the beach house. I was like doing.
Well, what were you doing in there?
I wait until the next collection comes out. It was this. It was part of this. All right. 8 reps, rest 1 minute, 90 seconds between rounds. But here's the thing: 3 rounds. That's lightweight though. We're gonna need to up those reps.
Well, there's a part 2.
It doesn't matter. We gotta up those reps. 4 rounds, 15 dumbbell.
If you think about it too, 10 rounds of that, you're looking at 20 shoulder press every round. So you're like 60.
Totally.
Yeah.
We gotta up those numbers. We gotta pump them up to
be like a bringing it down day.
Oh, so then we're gonna go heavier. We're gonna go heavier then. Okay, sounds good. We're not gonna bro sesh out. Part 2, 4 rounds, 15 dumbbell seated overhead tricep extensions. And then lateral raises.
This is like a straight bro day.
This is a bro sesh. What's a weighted bird dog?
You're going to hold a weight in your hand and do the bird dog. Like,
oh.
Yeah. Watch the demo video.
I have to watch the demo.
I can't really demo it right now.
I was never much of a bird dogger. Did you bird dog it?
Totally.
You did?
Yeah.
Back in the day?
And yeah, I mean, it's a lot of like, it's core work. Maybe you could have benefited from it.
So here?
You're like on all fours and you're like holding.
Oh, you're on all fours and you're just with the weight?
In your hand. And then your opposite foot goes back as well.
Shoot. So like what? Like 5 10-pound plate? 5 to 10-pound dumbbell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But it's core, which you could have used.
I could have used a lot of that. Wow. Bird dog. Why is that a bird dog?
Because I think like dogs, when they see a bird, they like point their nose forward, you know?
And then
isn't that like the position that they go into, kind of? Like they're like
it is. I get what you're saying.
I'm guessing. I've never answered this question before, but just off the top of my head, I would guess that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It really does. It's like,
I don't know.
Why not? All right, next. Keep rolling. What's up, Leslie? All right, what else we got? We got Friday. We're going to take it back up a little bit. We're going to start hitting a little bit more intensity. Each set is a 3-minute AMRAP of.
Yeah, and so when you look at Monday, this is what I want you guys to notice. When you look at Monday and you look at Wednesday, then you look at this. If we don't slow you down on Tuesday and Thursday, by the time you get to this, you are 100% mailing it in. There's no way you're going to be in the mental or physical state to go hard on this workout if you didn't slow down on the Tuesday and Thursday.
Ouch. We went hang squat cleans into box jumps. Listen, guys, listen. I hope that you guys have soft boxes for this. Be very aware of your limitations here and your intensity.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
4 rounds, 3-minute AMRAP of 6, or is it 8? 6. Yep. 6 for A and B and 8 box jumps. Mm-hmm. Looking at goal of 3+ rounds per set.
How do you push intensity in a workout like this? Because without.
Well, it's only 3 minutes each time and you get a minute rest. So that's pretty easy.
Right. Yeah.
Like at least you're trying to hold an EMOM of that.
Sure. You are trying to hold any moment of that.
What do you mean by how do you push intensity?
Because if you push intensity and you start getting to like your legs and then you try to jump and then.
Yeah, but I think that's where it's only 3 minutes at a time and then you're resting.
Okay.
If it was like a 12-minute AMRAP, it's
Sure.
different.
Yeah. It's
You know.
something, yeah. Something. All right. Moving on to what do we have? What day are we on? Friday is something. This is Friday, right?
Yep.
All right. Give us Saturday. What do we have?
Saturday's where we got the endurance focus.
Saturday, every 9 minutes for 3 rounds. Oh, this is fun.
Oh, yeah.
400-meter run, 12 burpee pull-up, 800-meter run, max reps burpees. That's awesome.
So how long? Okay, so you're looking at like 2 minutes and then like 4 minutes on average for the run. So that's like 6 minutes of running.
Mm-hmm.
12 burpee pull-ups is going to take you roughly a minute, a little bit longer. So you're going to have like 2 minutes-ish, 90 seconds to do your burpees.
Okay, so right away, we're going to tell you guys this. Every 9 minutes for 3 rounds. Listen, if you need to adjust the distances, because this is the endurance focus. So what's program A? Every 6 minutes for 3 rounds. So yeah, I mean, cool, awesome. Yeah, the endurance focus is really going to push you. It's going to be very, very challenging. So the only thing, that I will say, if you're going to want to do this volume, you're going to maybe adjust by 100 meters each run if you need to, and how you gauge that, it's up to you. But what you got?
Well, I was just going to say, keep in mind, we're not looking for a high number of burpees. So
Right.
The goal for the burpees is 60 to 90, which is 20 to 30 per round.
Right.
So even if you only have, 90 seconds,
Mhm.
getting that 20 burpees in should be, pretty manageable.
60 to 90 burpees.
Yeah. So we're not looking for like, if you have 2 minutes, that's plenty of time to do
That is.
20 to 30.
Yeah,
burpees.
totally.
But just keep in mind, you got to stand right back up and do the 400-meter run. I would say if needed, if the 12 burpee pull up is going to take you much longer than like a minute and a half, to lower that to 9 reps or something like that. Keep in mind the alternatives for the burpee pull up. If you don't have pull ups, to do 12 burpees into 12 jumping pull ups, or 12 burpees into 12 inverted rows, and 12 burpees into 12 dumbbell bent over rows. There's always the option of doing like a burpee step up and then a jumping pull up, but that's just going to take more time.
Right.
But yeah, adjust some things so that you have like 90 seconds ish
At least
on that back end for the max reps burpees.
Yeah, because even
there's no rest.
Yeah, even for me, I'm stopping 15 seconds before the top of the minute. There's no way. There's no way. And yeah.
So once again, and I'm just saying this because we've seen a lot of people writing in that are like, oh, Tuesdays and Thursdays, like, where's my like 3, 2, 1 go? I want to die Metcons. And it's like, if we give that to you guys, especially with this endurance focus and 6 days a week, we're expecting like that. It's just not
sustainable.
It's not sustainable. And you're going to be like jogging on this workout and like not really able to push intensity. So allow yourself to either take a rest day on one of those 2 days or slow down and do that programming and just have fun with it. Have fun with the little, tricep extensions and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Bird dogs.
Bird dog.
See you the bird dogs.
I'm down to bird dog it. I'm down. All right. So that's it. If any of you guys have any questions, ask. This is your time to ask because we're going to log off. 90 seconds. 90 seconds. I have a 3D print going, so I got to go check it out.
I have a phone call in like 45 minutes.
Who's that?
I'm programming.
Oh, the programming phone call? It's one of the, that's that one.
10:30.
At 10:30. All right. I'm excited for today. I'm excited for the week. I'm excited for you guys' meetups.
Someone's yelling.
All right, cool. Listen, we have a great week ahead of us. Nothing but good vibes. I can't wait to see. I'll do a post on the Facebook page to see like where's everybody at with their vault and how many people are vault finishers. Let's take a pulse on that.
People can't wait to see you do it with the kettlebells later.
Yes.
You're going to regret that.
I don't know if I'll go live for that. Maybe I'll do a live for the other people and be like, Salvi, Bennett, take forefront, Caitlin, take forefront, or DH, take forefront because I already did it. So camera can't always be on us. That's annoying. Julie's going to keep us posted about the meetup. Hey, remember, if you host it, you're entered for a chance to win something. I think like Yeti. We're doing like a bunch of prize. I need to go get a haircut. Actually, how does it look?
I'm just laughing because you were just like, camera can't always be on us, and you're like checking your hair now.
Well, why tell Because I told him, and we'll be off in 20 seconds. We'll be off in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I could use a haircut.
Okay. Maybe get it cut closer to our trip.
Maybe like this. No, it still looks okay.
Camera can't always be on us, guys.
All right, we're out of here.
Okay.
Sounds good. We'll check in with you guys. Remember, next week, just to kind of close this out, everything shifts over to the Facebook page. There's going to be a new format. Just keep.
Please watch the video of Julian dying during team.
There was multiple
workout
reasons.
round.
I was pushing sickness. I was pushing sickness and no sleep, and it was a really rough travel day and everything. So, yeah. All right. Later.